Good day, yogis, and welcome back to class. I have a beautiful Hatha flow class prepared for us today, so we can just get the body moving a little and connect to our breath. Through connecting the movement and the breath, we quieten the mind. So this is a great way to allow yourself to put aside the day and your worries and any of your thoughts just for the next hour. Join me on the mat and let's go through a beautiful Hatha flow practice. So grab hold of a mat, yoga mat. We won't be needing any props for this sequence, so just meet me on the mat, coming into your easy seat. So in easy seat, we're sitting down onto the buttocks. We're having one leg crossed in front of the other, so you can choose which way sort of works best for you. One ankle is in front of the other. If you're able to take lotus posture or half lotus, you can do so here. So it's entirely up to you. Just meet me on the mat. Let's start by pressing the sit bones equally down into the mat. So rolling from side to side and noticing just exactly where sit bones are. Lengthen up through the spine, allow the shoulders to drop down, bring the hands onto the knees. Close the eyes for a moment. Allow yourself this time to connect to your breath as you deeply inhale and exhale through the nose. And as you begin to connect to the breath, just begin to notice the subtleties of your breath. And then really see if you're able to lengthen on both your inhalation and your exhalation. As you inhale, filling up the lungs all the way to the top. And as you exhale, exhaling all the way down to the bottom of the lungs, squeezing every last bit of air out of your lungs. And with this conscious breathing, we become aware of this very present moment. Deeply inhaling and exhaling. Gently drawing your full awareness into the body now. What are the sensations within your body? How have you arrived on your mat today? Are you able to park all worries and concerns aside for this next hour while we tap in to the beauty of conscious breathing with movement? Allow yourselves the last few breaths here. Shoulders are lengthening or dropping away from the ears as you draw up from the base of the spine. Gently tucking chin in towards the chest, growing tall, growing silent. Maybe setting an intention for your practice today, whatever that intention may be. Either to honor the body, for where it is today, listening to its subtle cues, or to just be more aware of the present moment. Allow yourself the last few deep breaths here. And then gently flutter the eyes open, coming back to the room. Having found a little bit more stillness now, let's begin with a gentle warm-up so we can start getting energy and chi and prana and life force moving through our bodies. So let's take a couple of twists first. We're going to inhale as we travel, and as we exhale, we land and gaze over towards the back of the room. Inhale, travel. Exhale, towards back of the room, twist round, inhale, twist around. Inhale, travel. Exhale, twist around. Let's do one more on each side. Inhale to travel. Exhale, twist around. Inhale, travel. Exhale, twist around. Gently draw yourself back to center. Bring the hands into prayer. Inhale to raise arms up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, reach forward, drawing hands down onto the ground and gently lower forehead. So go to your limit here. You may be feeling quite a bit of stiffness still within the hips. So really just feeling your way into the posture. Feel free to sigh out the breath here. Shift more energy. Drop forearms down to the ground. Wherever you can get to here, take another 2 breaths. On the next exhale, walk the hands over to the left-hand side, taking a lovely side stretch, drawing the forehead down towards the knee, lovely stretch through the side body. One more inhale here. And as you exhale, gently walk hands back to center. Drop forehead down. And then walking hands all the way over to the right hand side, dropping forehead down towards knee. Enjoying a lovely stretch through the side body. Last deep stretch here. And as you exhale, gently walk the hands back towards center. Drop forehead. Last time, one more deep breath. And as you exhale, gently walk the hands back into the body. Let's take a couple of Sufi swirls. So bringing hands onto the knees, we begin to swirl around using the anchor, the base of your spine as your anchor. So swirling around, just checking in with what's going on through the body, what's going on in the hips. Let's reverse and go in the opposite direction. Lovely, keep swirling. You can go a bit deeper. So each time drawing yourself around a little bit deeper. And then eventually coming back to neutral. Inhale, draw the arms all the way up. And as you exhale, sigh it out. Drop hands down to the mat. Inhale, draw arms up. Exhale, sigh. Draw hands down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sigh out and drop the hands down. Inhale, arms up. And as you exhale, let's reach over to the right hand side. So reaching the arm right over to the side of the room, taking a couple of breaths. Gaze underneath the armpit or towards the hand or down to the ground, wherever works for you. One more breath. And reach up once more. Take a breath here. And let's go over to the other side. So reaching over now to the left hand side. Beautiful stretch along the side body. Couple of breaths here. And reach arms all the way up. Exhale, hands come to prayer. Inhale, sweep arms out beside you. As you exhale, join arms or elbow above elbow. Moving the arms around one another, joining the palms of the hands or backs of hands wherever you can get to. Raise up the elbows, drop the forehead, take a couple of deep breaths here into the shoulders. One more deep inhale as you stretch, and allow any tension between the shoulders to melt and disappear. And inhale, stretch arms out. Exhale, left arm over right. Join palms or backs of hands. Reach up the elbows. Drop the forehead. Breathe into the space between the shoulder blades. Allow yourself to soften here. Last deep inhalation. And as you exhale, gently drop your arms. Take a couple of rolls forward and then back. Drop chin to the chest, bring hands back onto the knees. Inhale to raise head all the way up towards the ceiling. Exhale, drop chin back down to chest. Inhale, raise head all the way up to ceiling. Chin to ceiling. Exhale, draw the chin back down into towards the chest. Keep the chin pinned. Let's roll halfway through to one side, gazing over the shoulder. Exhale, roll halfway through to the other side, gaze over shoulder. Inhale, going one way. And exhale, going the other. Inhale one way. And exhale the other. And then gently coming back into neutral, keeping the chin pinned. Rise up, so lengthen through the spine. Drop shoulders away. Gently roll the head up. Let's take a couple of cat-cows. So coming into tabletop. Hands are stacked underneath the shoulders. Knees are stacked underneath the hips. Let's inhale to drop the belly and gaze forward. And as we exhale, roll spine, gaze to navel. Inhale, drop belly, gaze forward. Exhale, roll up spine, gaze to navel. Inhale, drop belly, gaze forward. Lovely stretch through the front of the belly. Exhale, gaze to navel. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Coming back to neutral, let's join the toes to touch, walk the knees out to the side of the mat, press the buttocks down towards the heels, draw the arms out in front of you, drop the forehead, couple of breaths here. Really allow hips to sink down into the mat as you take a few more deep breaths here. What would it be like to just let go a little bit more, to allow yourself to sink forward and sink down into the mat just that bit more? Taking wonderful deep breaths. And then when you're ready, drawing the hands back in towards the knees. Press palms into mat as you draw yourself up, coming into hero pose, sitting up nice and tall. Let's grab hands or interlace fingers behind the back, open up through the shoulders here. Gaze up towards the ceiling, take a deep breath. And as you exhale, begin to roll forward, dropping the forehead down onto the mat, raising the arms up as high as you can. Allow the whole chest to melt down on top of the thighs. Take a deep breath and exhale, roll all the way back up. Gaze up to ceiling, lengthen arms away from the body, another deep breath. And exhale, drop belly down, forehead down, raise arms up. Let's take a last one. Coming up, take a breath and exhale, roll all the way down. Gently lower hands down. Allow yourself just a moment to rest in child's pose. And then when you're ready, gently slide hands forward onto the mat. Tuck the toes and raise yourself up into downward facing dog. Taking a couple of moments here as you begin to paddle out the heels one at a time. Stretching through the calf. Can walk the feet a little bit closer together so they're just less than hip width distance apart. we're going to take a couple of rolls here through the hip. So just creating a lovely big circle with the knee and the foot. And we'll do one more, and then we'll roll into the other side. So big circle. And coming back into downward facing dog, gazing forward. Lift up onto fingertips and begin to walk the feet towards the fingers. Taking your time here. Slowly getting back up to top of the mat. Allow yourself to hang ragdoll. Take a micro bend through the knees if you need it. Bring the hands onto the elbows and begin to rock from side to side. Nod the head yes and no. Let go. Allow the body to just hang forward, allowing all stress and tension of the day to drain through the top of the head. On the exhale, allow the hands to fold back down towards the mat. Inhale, bring hands on shins, flatten the spine, gaze forward. Exhale, allow hands to draw back down. Inhale. And exhale, fold down. Inhale, flatten back. And exhale, fold down. And gently drop hands back down to the mat. Step back into downward facing dog. From here we're going to raise up right leg. And as you exhale, you're going to step right foot in between the hands. Drop the knees. Inhale to raise arms up. So we're in a crescent lunge. Exhale, drop the hands down. Raise up both knees. Taking a low or runner's lunge, gazing forward. Leave the left hand on the mat. Raise up right hand for lunge twist. Couple of breaths here. Exhale, drop hand down, drop the knee, roll back into half split. So toes are pointing up towards the ceiling. Hands can be reaching towards the heel or the ankle as you draw forehead down towards the knee. Hold here for 4 breaths. If you have a very tight hamstring here, just take care not to overstretch. You can bend through this front knee. Whatever you need, listen to the body. Last deep breath, and then roll forward, making sure that the knee doesn't pass the toe here. Grab hold, come up onto, bring elbow onto knee, grab hold of left foot and gaze towards the back, towards the foot for a couple of breaths. Deep inhale, exhale. Taking a lovely quad stretch. If you're not able to connect here, just set intention or just remain as you were in your lunge. So another deep breath. And exhale, gently lower feet and hands and step yourself back into downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here. And inhale, raise up the left leg. Exhale, step through, drop knee. Inhale to draw arms up. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, drop hands back down, raise up off the back knee, come into runner's lunge, gazing forward. We're keeping the right hand planted into the mat, left hand raises up. We're in a reverse or twisted lunge. Couple of breaths here. And as you exhale, gently roll the hand around, replace hand onto the mat, lower the back knee And we reverse into reverse pyramid pose. So toes raise up towards ceiling, reach hands forward towards the ankle. Lower the forehead down. Let's take 4 breaths here. Last big inhale. And as you exhale, roll forward onto the sole of that left foot. Reach forward, gaze forward, grab hold of the back or right foot. Bringing the left elbow onto the right knee, gazing towards the back of the room. A few deep breaths here. Enjoying a beautiful stretch into the quad of that right leg. 2 more breaths. And as you exhale, gently replace foot, hands, and move back into downward facing dog. Couple of breaths. Really feeling into the body, drawing kneecaps up towards belly, raising up the hips, drawing shoulders along the spine. So opening up through the shoulders. A few more deep breaths here. Inhale to raise up right leg. Exhale to draw right knee to right elbow. Inhale, raise up leg. Exhale, draw knee to nose. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, right knee to lift. Elbow. Inhale, raise up and hold. And exhale, lower the foot down. Paddle heels, take a few breaths in downward facing dog. And inhale, raise up left leg. Exhale, tap left knee to left elbow. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, tap left knee into nose. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, tap left knee into right elbow. Inhale up and hold. And exhale, lower the foot. Take a moment here. Feet are hip width apart. Draw heels down and towards the mat. 1 more deep inhalation. Inhale, raise up right leg. Exhale, step it forward. We're rolling right up into warrior 1. Take a breath in warrior 1. And as you exhale, roll over into warrior 2. So we're drawing a line from the heel all the way in to the arch of the left foot. Arms are extended out. Take a breath here. As you exhale, straighten front knee, right knee. Reach over. We're going into triangle pose. Gazing up towards left hand. Couple of breaths here. Gaze up towards hand, really rotate and open shoulders. 1 more breath. And as you exhale, sweep hand down. Step back foot a bit closer. Rolling once more into a pyramid, standing pyramid. Draw the forehead down towards the knee. 1 more deep breath. Bending into front knee, step the back foot back. Drop the knee. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, step into plank. Take a moment in plank. We're going to drop knees, chin and chest, rolling forward into the baby cobra here. Just a little guy. And then tuck toes, pressing back into downward facing dog. Couple of breaths. And then when you're ready, inhale to raise up left leg. Exhale, step it through. We're rolling forward into warrior 1 for 2 breaths. And exhale, roll over into warrior 2. 2 breaths. And straighten front knee, reach forward. Let's go into triangle. Drawing hand down, raising arm up, gazing over towards that top hand, right hand. 4 breaths here. And gently step back foot a bit closer. Fold forward, coming into pyramid shape. Both legs are straight. Draw the forehead down towards the knee. Fingertips down towards the ground. Couple of breaths here. And then bend into the left knee. Step the right foot back. Drop the knee. Inhale, draw the arms up. Exhale, sweep the arms back down. Plant palms into the mat. Step into plank. Take a breath here. Exhale, drop knees, chin and chest, roll forward into a baby cobra or a little cobra, tuck toes, press back into downward facing dog. Couple of breaths. And then gently draw the knees down to the edges of the mat. Bring toes to touch. Press yourself down. Draw forehead onto the mat. Take a few restful breaths here. Allow yourself to really settle and melt down into this wide-legged child's pose. Taking another few recovery breaths here, all the while with focus and attention on the breath. Last deep inhale. Pressing palms into the mat, gaze towards the hands, gently walk hands back, one at a time. Coming up into seated, so we're going to do a couple of forward folds. So coming into our seated position, legs are extended forward, base of the spine, everything is elongated. Draw the toes up towards the ceiling, bring hands into prayer, and then when you're ready, inhale to draw hands all the way up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, roll forward, allowing the chest to drop down towards shins. So we are lengthening through the back. Show you this one in a side view. So we're rolling up onto the sit bones. So if you're slouching back, maybe grab a blanket or something to prop up the hips. Hands are in prayer. Inhale to raise up the arms. Exhale to fold forward, bringing chest to shins, and couple of breaths here, gaze down towards the knees. Deep breaths here, melting forward into the shape. One more deep inhalation, and as you exhale, gaze towards toes and gently begin to raise yourself out of the shape, giving the legs a shake. We're going to take right leg over left knee and left foot. So I'll give you a side view. Left foot tucks down beside right hip. So we're coming into what is called a shoelace or cow face, so legs. So what we're looking at doing here is stacking knee above knee, having a lovely triangular shape. Feet are in line, feet are on either side of the body. And if this is enough for you, just to be here with both of the buttocks pinned into the ground, just go here. Take a deep breath. Exhale, sigh it out. So for those that want a little bit more, you can begin to walk the hands forward and allow the chest to come down onto the thigh and resting the head, gazing down towards the ground. A few deep breaths here. This is a beautiful hip opening pose, so really great if the hips are feeling very tight. Now add a few big breaths here. And then gently walk hands back towards the legs. Take a nice big, tall stretch through the spine. And as you exhale, we're gently going to roll out and go into the other side. So once more, start with the legs straight. Take the left leg over, placing knee on top of knee. So if it's too much for you to come further into the shape, you can also take this shape here. So having one knee stacked above the other and then coming forward and taking your stretch. So just listen to the body. So stacking knee above knee, sitting back down onto both of the buttocks, and then when you're ready, we can gently and once more fold forward, taking a few deep breaths here. Another 2 deep breaths. And then gently press out and untwist the legs. Bring the soles of the feet to touch. We're coming into bound angle pose, interlacing the fingers and hooking them over the toes. You can gently begin to walk the buttocks a little bit closer in towards the heels, and then gently begin to flap your butterfly wings, just allowing a beautiful opening here into the hips. On the next exhale, gently draw hips all the way down towards the mat. Sit up nice and tall, take a few deep breaths here. Last deep inhale, and as you exhale, gently reach forward, bringing elbows towards knees, chest coming down towards the tips of the toes, lengthening through the back, so not arching, not tucking the chin, reaching forward. A couple more breaths here. Last deep inhale, and as you exhale, gently unclasp hands, draw knees together. Let's come down onto the mat, taking a deep stretch. So, raising the arms up overhead, fingers and toes being pulled away from one another. And as you exhale, gently hug the knees in towards the chest, rocking from side to side. Gently decompressing through the lower spine, being very gentle with yourself. And then on the next exhale, draw soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. Grab hold of the insides, the toes or the outer edge of the feet, and draw the knees down towards the ground as you allow the whole spine to flatten onto your mat. Taking 6 deep breaths here. Really allow the knees to melt down, having a lovely opening up through the groin and into the hips. Last deep inhale. And as you exhale, we're gently going to hug knees back into chest again. Begin by sending the heels all the way up towards ceiling. So we're just allowing for a few moments now to allow the blood flow to return and to take a break and allow it to blood to gather in the internal organs, giving them a bit of a wash. So hands can be beside you here. Just settle into the mat, allow yourself a few moments in relaxation. This is a restorative posture. So a really great posture to do if if you've been standing all day, legs are feeling tired. Maybe go up against the wall and relax the legs against the wall. It's also really great for working on elongating and lengthening through the spine. So just hang out here for as long as is comfortable for you. Deep breaths in and out through the nose, rising and falling of the belly. Last couple of breaths here. And then gently soften the feet down onto the mat. So keep them planted into the mat. Begin to walk them over to the edges of the mat. We're bringing arms into a cactus shape. So one on either side. Feet are at the edge of the mat. Allow the knees to join for a moment as you just settle into the shape. Maybe feeling a lovely stretch through the front of the shoulders. Just rest here for a moment. Settle into the shape. And then gently draw the knees away from one another again, and we're going to roll them. Keeping feet pinned exactly where they are. Roll the legs over now to the left-hand side. Knees are dropping down towards the ground. Just keep gazing up towards the ceiling. Allow the arms and both shoulders to stay equally pinned onto your mat. Taking a lovely stretch through the hip, a little gentle twist. For those that want a little bit more, you can take the left foot up and step it over and above the left knee. And then once you're there, you can work on sending that right knee away from the body. A couple of deep breaths here. Keep that right foot planted into the mat or the ground. Keep both shoulder blades pinned into the mat. One more deep inhale. And then gently replace that right leg. Both feet are once more on the edges of your mat. Knees are bent. Knees are facing up towards the ceiling. We get ready to roll over now to the right hand side. Once more, just keeping everything pinned, allowing knees to soften over to the right side. A couple of deep breaths. If you'd like to take it a little bit further and have a bit more of a stretch, taking the left foot over the right knee, planting that foot into the mat and then drawing that left knee away from the body. So down towards the bottom of your mat. Keeping everything pinned, allowing yourself to take a few more deep breaths here. Last big inhalation here. And as you exhale, gently replacing left foot onto mat. Hug knees into the chest one more time. Drop the left leg down, hug right knee into chest. Just gently move right knee over the body and then out towards the sides, so from side to side. Just draw a couple of circles, stretching into the hip flexor, and then we're going to go over to the other side, so hugging left knee in towards chest, drawing it across the body and then out to the side, so moving from side to side, opening into the hip, and then drawing a couple of circles, going in one direction, and then going in the other. Bring the feet back down onto the ground. Let's take reclined figure of four as a last stretch. Right ankle onto left knee. Thread the arms through the legs. Grab hold of the shin. Draw the shin down in towards the chest. Let's take 4 breaths. If you're unable to grab hold of fingers or clasp hands over the shins, you can also hold the back of the thigh. So whatever works for you. Last deep inhale, and gently replace feet onto the mat. Let's go over to the other side. Left ankle on right knee. Thread the hands through, interlace fingers. Hold onto the top of the shin. Draw knee in towards the chest. For 4 breaths here. Both of the feet are flexed. Last deep inhale, and exhale, gently replace feet. Send feet to the bottom of the mat, draw hands up overhead for your last big stretch before we come into Savasana or corpse pose, which is our final relaxation pose in yoga, bringing one foot onto either side of your mat, hands out beside you, palms facing up, allowing yourself to completely let go and surrender now. Whole body is soft, whole body is relaxed. Taking your time now as you walk through the body, looking for any last pockets of tension. Scanning up from the tips of the toes, moving through each one of the legs, just noticing where you can soften. If there's any muscular tension, can you let go a little bit more? Bringing awareness to the tips of the fingers, moving up through each arm towards the shoulders and the chest. Are you able to allow yourself to soften and let go? Softening in the belly, softening through the whole spine, beginning at the lower portion of your back and bottom of the spine. Gently moving up one vertebra at a time, allowing the whole spine to sink deep into the mat beneath you. What's going on in the shoulders? Are you able to allow them to really melt into the ground? Not holding on to any form of tension here. As you deeply inhale and exhale through your nose, are you able to completely surrender? Are you able to take a moment in silence, just being here now, softening the jaw, the muscles of the mouth and the eyes, forehead soft, back of the head melting just that little bit more into your mat. Last few deep breaths here. When you're ready, you can gently begin to wriggle your toes, bringing some movement back into the feet. Gently taking the tip of your thumb and drawing it across the tips of your fingers, bringing some movement back into the hands. Allowing the head to roll over from one side to the other. Gently drawing the arms up overhead for a last deep stretch before rolling onto either your right or your left side for a last moment. For today's reading, I found something that Mother Teresa wrote. She said, "Kind words can be short and easy to speak, but their echoes are truly endless." So as you move forward into the rest of your day, take these words with you. Kind words can be short and easy to speak, but their echoes are truly endless. I wish you a really beautiful day further and look forward to meeting you again on the mat. Bring your hands into prayer for a moment, rubbing palms together, generating some warmth. Rest your hands into your heart center, taking a deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, bow nose down to fingertips. Acknowledge yourself for turning up to the practice. Namaste.